Hello, hello, hello. Hello. How's everyone doing? Thank you for the follow. Let's see. I'm putting some things in order, making sure that everything is where it's supposed to be, and then we'll jump right into what we're going to be doing today. Hello, Terminato. Welcome in. So who knows? Who already knows what I mean by dungeon? Are there people that don't know what I mean by dungeon? When's the next episode out? It's gonna be next Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. I'll try and get it edited out, and then we'll see if I get it done. But it should be next Wednesday. Does everyone know what I mean by dungeon? We did a lot of digging for it last stream, which I have bad news about. The time lapse that we recorded during stream got corrupted, so I have no footage aside from the stream footage. So yeah, let's get right into it. We're in the creative world. We're planning for the server, so this is eventually going to get into the server, but it's quite technical and I want to make sure it works first before I start building it. It's not finished whatsoever. There's no texture in it. There's no actual like decoration to it, to the inside that is. So that's all going to be happening on the server. I mostly just want to plan out the mechanics of the pots and then the collection systems and some of the puzzles. Okay, so dungeon wise, the dungeon itself is as good as done, right? There are some pots that still need to be connected up, but that'll do on the server itself. I've already proven that it works, so those are good. I've been working on the entrance of the dungeon, which is gonna be difficult, but I have an idea on how we can do it. I have an idea on how we can do it and how we can make it look good and make it interesting. What that idea is, I don't think I'll share with you guys because I want there to be a couple surprises, you know. And then we're also gonna work on the exit today, which I'm gonna be honest is probably more difficult than the entrance because we can't kill the players. I mean, we can kill the players, but that is just gonna leave their body in here, and that doesn't give us anything useful. So yeah. Entrance. Let me explain what the entrance is going to be. They're going to come in here. There's going to be a bed and a chest so that they can stock their items or their stuff in here and set their spawn. And then there'll be some explanations on how to run the dungeon, what to do, what not to do. They'll come in here. I played around with this thing and I like it a lot. And then this is gonna be the entrance, so every time they see this kind of motif, the ring with the one block in the middle, it's gonna be either an elevator or a drop platform or whatever. So they're gonna stand in here and they're gonna put their key on there, and that's gonna start their run basically. Over here, this will be their return point, so we'll have they're gonna come in with a minecart in here, and that'll be that. I kind of want to sink this down on one on the. I'm gonna kind of set it down. Like that. So yeah, that's gonna be that. Now we're gonna work on the opening mechanism. I've already got it working. It's a simple elevator down, and then once you drop down in the dungeon, right, it's gonna go back up and you're stuck. Hello, buddy, Harsh. So it goes back up and then you're stuck. You have to run the dungeon or die in the dungeon. That's it. There's no way out except for the boss battle. Now what I want to do is I want to link everything, eventually everything that I want to reset, like the gates, right? Like no, not that one, this gate over here, for instance. I want to reset based on the elevator movement. So this is the output. I'm gonna get myself a chute. We'll put a barrel down, and that's gonna be our reading point. So over here, we'll look at it with a smart observer. What are you? A smart observer. Right there. And we'll set a filter on that because I'll explain why. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give every player on the server a certain item, and that's gonna be their key, right? So never ever is two players gonna have the same key, right? So let's say Stam picks the clock. That's gonna be his key for all the dungeons that we make in the future, right? Let's say that Trolash picks the hand or the blaze powder, right? What they're gonna be doing is they'll take their key, their item, with them down into the dungeon. So they'll come in here. We'll grab a bed. We'll make it look good, of course. So we'll set a bed. They'll drop all this stuff in a chest over here, right? And then read the dungeon lore and an explanation. Then they're gonna take their key, right? Let's say I've picked the blaze powder. Where you at? Then I'm gonna come in here, put my blaze powder there, and only when that's correct, the dungeon is gonna start. So that's why I want to put up a filter. Okay, so I know this is all very like if this then that, but I want to make sure it works. My question is, can I, using item filters, or do I need to do attribute filters? If I make a list and I set it to respect data, what does that mean? Items only match if their durability, enchantments, and other attributes match as well. My problem with that is, does that actually work? How can I test that? I mean, I could just do this, get myself a... Where are you? You... Let's say that this is... Eggs... Right? That's mine now. And that's just normal blaze powder. If I go attribute filter, I do eggs, right? Set it to respect data and set that to over there. If I put in a normal blaze powder, it doesn't read, and if I put in eggs, it does. Oh, that's interesting. So I could just name the items, give them a different name, and that's gonna be my list basically. What if I did that, and then this. Okay, so this one will read. This one should read, and then this one doesn't. Okay. Good. So that works. That works. Now we need what we're gonna do with that key as well is we're gonna, at the end of the run, we're gonna take their loot, right? The loot that they gathered in the dungeon, and we're gonna send it to their post box. And that's where I was gonna try this, and this is when I figured out that killing them isn't an option, because corpses are not helpful. So we can actually tear this all down. This is all unnecessary now, which is kind of stupid, but oh well. Kind of stupid, but oh well. This could all just go, honestly. Let's do that, and then okay. Exit. This is gonna be the exit. This is where, if they finish their boss battle, they're gonna come in here and they're gonna dump their inventory. That's important, that they dump their inventory. And then I need to figure out a way to get them into a minecart. I mean, technically I could set the chest somewhere else, and then maybe we go and sit somewhere else. We have the minecart over here. So let's say we take you out and we use this area as our minecart area, basically. Little tip, if you can do up 0 to place a glass block right below all the selections. Oh, that's fine. Chest in the middle of the floor, maybe. Yeah, that's possible. Definitely possible. And then we could do minecart track here, right? And have them go out there. Is that what we're thinking? Hello, Bella's idiot. I'll call you. Let's just call you Bell. I think that's. So we'll have minecart sitting here. We'll have button, press button, and they go off. Is that what we're thinking? I could do it trains and with stations, but I don't. Trains are really bulky. So I don't wanna. What would be fun is after the dungeon has been run, is we send them on a minecart track through the redstone and through this entire like back end, right? Like have the minecart go over here, then go under here maybe, and then come up here, right? Because that's the plan. Or maybe we do like right around here. I don't know. That's something that I'll have to see for in the actual wall. What I can do, what I can't do. But for now, I need to figure out how to do this. We could also do chest there, but that's not gonna look very well. Minecart on top of the trapdoor, and then it falls in the rails. That we could do. That's a good idea. We could also just do a dispenser. I was just gonna do like a closed loop and have one minecart on there that simply goes back and forward. I don't like. I'm not convinced about the chest in the middle of the room. Also, I think we need a way to close this off. Is there a way we can kind of hide? Can we do this? Because that's not gonna hurt you. And then maybe if we use a gray banner, maybe? A light gray banner, maybe? Until we're like right there. Yeah, I think that's enough. Right? It's enough of like, because I think I can still put rails down then. Yeah. Now we could do something like that, maybe. So it's got like a little entrance. Still not convinced about this. There has to be a better way to do this. Whoa, to put in the rail? Yeah, that's the. So the idea is. Okay, let's show you what the idea would be. This is a very, it's gonna be, if I do this in the real world, I'm gonna make this a lot more interesting, right? We're gonna add some ups and downs and stuff. But basically, we're gonna go all the way over here. And then this is your way back out, basically. And now we get all the rails in place. Of course, the necessary powered rails. I think that should be enough. But I'll put in some redstone rails when I get all of these in first. And then we'll get in a bunch of these so that we get some speed out of this. This is basically the end of the game. This is what brings you back to your stuff. last little bit over here. And that should give us enough speed. That's the boss room. Then we'll do this. We are gonna have to do that, I think. Maybe we'll... let's put this one lower then as well. Like that. And then of course when are you planning to upload your episode 3? Next Wednesday, when it's done, because it's not done yet. Okay, so that, and then we'll do that. Button over here. Okay, thanks. Waiting for it. Yeah, mine will take a little longer than other people's videos because I do have to kind of juggle it with my job, and I don't have time to. I can't record and edit as much as the other guys can, but I'll get them out as soon as I can. So we'll do that, and then over here, and this will take us all the way back through. Either we do this where we can kind of see the contraption, because I think a lot of people will like this. They'll like seeing all the chain conveyors and like the frog ports. Or we'll make a custom hallway, and then this is where they'll get out. And then they're back here, right? That's the plan. So over here we can do the same thing with this thing, and then we need a stair. That. And then I also want to do detector rail here. That is gonna lead into that. We'll put a little timer on that, and then after a little bit, let's say, I think 30 seconds should be enough for them to get out of the minecart. Let's clean this up a little bit so we don't see it from the side. Okay, so this is gonna take an output from that detector rail that we placed, like that. I actually accidentally burnt down my village with a smelter. Ooh, that's not a good thing to do. That, and then boom, boom, boom. That. So that's basically going to send the minecart back when after 30 or 20 seconds. So let's say Is refining and setting up stock keepers lists a bit of a chore, or am I doing something wrong? What a pain to just get every type of stuff without attribute filter. Oh yeah, no, that, yeah, they're pretty, it can be pretty annoying. I kept it to the basic ones. So we'll do that, right? We get out here, and then after 20 seconds, we should be seeing this guy go back. Are you live on Twitch? I am live on Twitch. Are we not? Oh no. It's coming. Okay, maybe we make it a bit longer. Let's do get to my frog chaos. Let's do 20 ticks. So that comes in. Thank you for the follow. Let's set that to 10 seconds for now, and then it goes back down. And this basically resets the minecart for the next player, right? Okay, we are gonna need some more speed, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. Now, for this exit, where are we? Oh, what we could do is put the chest in here in the wall. Or have like a barrel. Maybe. Oh no, wait, even better. What do we think in chat? And they just dump their entire inventory into the chute. Do we like it? Right, they come from their dungeon run, they've got a bunch of extra food, they have a bunch of other stuff, and also, of course, their loot. They dump it all in here, and then we will filter it out. We will filter it out, we'll send out the loot, the important stuff to their post box, and then the rest we'll send away. Because then we can actually work with filters on the vault itself. I think that's going to be the smartest thing to do. Okay, now let's work on that post box system, right? So as you can see, I've already worked on, it's not bad, but I think it needs to be 1 block deep so you don't crash with the minecart. Wait, can you crash in with the minecart? I don't think you can. Because that's not a full block, right? It's not a full block, so you should not be able to interact with it. So if I do that, I am new here. Hello, new here. I'm eggs. Yeah. I'll say dump inventory here. I mean, you know what's stupid? It's that you can't put item hatches on like, let's say I have a barrel set in here. I can't put an item hatch on that. I want to put item hatches on the floor. That would have been a lot cooler, you know? But alas, we have to improvise. Because a vault looks so... Having a vault just sitting here, that doesn't look good. I think I'll lead here. I'll do that. I think that's the best. So dump inventory, we'll put up a sign. Dump inventory, and then they leave, and then let me explain what we're going to be doing with their stuff that they get to keep. So their sword and their shield, basically, right? That's what they get to keep. All the rest, they cannot keep, right? So only the stuff that they've gotten from these chests, these big chests. Can I show you the chest? So only the stuff that they've gotten from these big chests, right? From these chests, only the stuff that they've gotten from here, they get to keep. That's what they can use for the next dungeon, right? You have to put your stuff down there. Well, I'll put a sign, or like maybe indeed with a deployer or something. Or we could do this. Where are they? We could use one of these. Or like a custom painting, maybe. I'll figure out the logistics when I actually build it in the world. But the sword and the shield needs to go to their storage. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know if y'all saw Mr. Beardstone's video today. He had a talk about the shopping district, and what I want to do is I want to build a little, I wouldn't say an inn or like a guild hall. It's like a mix of the two. But you know how every Dungeons and Dragons campaign starts in an inn, basically, or in a tavern. I want to do the same thing, and then in the tavern, every player has their own storage system, their own vault, basically. And we are gonna send their stuffs, their sword, to their vault, and that's what we're gonna be doing with trains. So I've already mocked up a little system over here. We are gonna sort their items, so the items that I showed over there, we're gonna sort out. That's gonna select which vault we're gonna send it to, and then that is gonna determine what post box we're targeting. That's the idea. I'm gonna explain it more deeply now because I need to rebuild it. I need to actually rebuild the entire system. So let me get everything I need. I think that's about it. And I need to take a good look. Yes. So I'll put that down. I'll put it down here. Then I don't have to go that far with the stuff. So it was. I've already forgotten what the setup is. Let me take an image from this side. So let's make our selector panel. This is stylable, so no matter how many players we have, we can always expand it. I'll start with 4 for the idea. So we'll have button over there, then we do that, that, and that. We have some of you guys here, and then these are temporary, but like that. And all of these need 1 item. Come on. 1 item. Okay, and then we come here with our little boys that And that's basically our output. Now, before we can do that, we need to take output from here, invert it, and then set you over here. Right, so if I'm correct, now we should be able to grab a button. And basically these are 4T flip-flops. And every time you use one, you select a different player, right? Which is great, right? Because that's what we want. So these are going to be the output from our filtration system, I should say. I need to make this smaller. Or I could make that wider and integrate it into one system. Maybe that's the way to go. Let's do... I'm gonna integrate it. I'm gonna take this as output for our T flip-flop. If that's possible. Because at this point, I don't think you can keep going. If I space these out, is that gonna do the same thing? So I need belts. I think that's about it, right? Yeah. Yep. I got a call. Give me a second.
Need a barter with this man. Okay. What is filling the lake? Where does the water drain then? It doesn't drain. That's the problem, Cat. That's the problem. We're causing an environmental disaster here. We might have to open it up to the ocean up north or something. It might be the way we need to go. Oh no, that's a big dig though. We can open it. No, that's also far. I don't know. Maybe we'll just drown Foxy's base and then figure out a solution for it. Kanochi, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. No, it's lure, guys. It's lure. True ghost. Time for eviction of pipes. Yeah. I mean, what if we just leave it up to Foxy for fixing it? I mean, it's his problem. Eggs is on a call.
Hello.
You have to join now. Oh, Eggs is back. Hi,
Yeah.
Eggs.
Somebody called me. What's up?
Somebody called you. I'm here to broker a deal.
Oh, God. Okay.
Come with me, come with me, come with me, come with me. No, this doesn't involve any IOUs. Trust me, it's fine.
We're at a point where I'm good with IOUs. I can just give them to someone else.
Oh, okay. Sure. Oh, sure. Actually, speaking of that, Foxy's been stealing my iron.
I know.
Do you just want to give me another IOU? Wait, I'm
really?
buying something from you, so you can't give me some. Nah.
Wait, I can give. You can give me an IOU.
No, because you wouldn't give that to Foxy. You would just keep that.
Okay,
Alright,
what's your question?
This is outrageous. This is an outrageous price.
I know, but you never know, right? Do you want to dig for it?
Listen, X.
Do you want to dig for it?
Listen. I need about 2 shulker boxes of andesite because I'm making a lot of drills. A lot of drills. And
how many drills do you need?
I'm willing to let you borrow my drills if you need to do some digging and stuff like that in the future.
Okay.
And I would like a little, a discount.
Okay.
I could do, if I get 2 shulker boxes of andesite, I could give you half a stack of diamonds.
I mean, wait.
And you can use the drills in the future.
Okay, but the drills for me are not a problem. I can make my own.
But you have a lot of andesite eggs,
I know.
32 diamonds is 32 diamonds. I'll go digging otherwise.
No, I know. You're good. I mean, 32 is fine by me. Do you want them in shulker boxes, or are you gonna buy them from
No,
this
I
guy?
can pick them up myself. Do you want me to take them from your storage, or?
Oh no, I'll put them in shulker boxes for you.
Okay, yeah, I can bring the shulker boxes for you because I don't know if you have that many. Do you?
I've got plenty. I've already gone.
Okay, well I'll go grab some of mine so I don't have to.
Is server for you struggling?
No.
It's a bit choppy for me.
Framey.
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah, framey. It's starting to get framey around spawn.
It's like struggling.
I'm good. I'm 130 FPS.
It's not FPS bound. It's actually like sometimes I just get stuck.
I have not felt anything of that. No.
Okay.
So that must be your internet. I'll be right back.
How much is in a shulker box? How many items are stacks are 27, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7. So around 2,000. That's stone. It's not on site. Hello, Panda buddy. Welcome in. That's like all the andesite. I mean, it's good. It's self-generating. It's fine. I'm okay with that, actually. Oh, that's golem heads.
Alright, I'm back.
Just give me the empty ones.
Here, and then you can have some. Well, they're colored, but you'll have to swipe.
That's fine. I can live with a colored shulker box.
Yeah.
I need 3 more stacks. I think you just got all of it.
No. Oh yeah, there was only 3,000 in there. Wasn't it?
Oh yeah, no, that's a different storage. That's like my storage. So yeah, I'll get 3 more stacks from that guy.
Okay.
And then.
Don't you have a lot more andesite just over by the drill stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I figured. That's why I was like, I'm not stealing all of it.
No. You're good. And over here, it's. How does one do multiple?
Oh, are you buying them yourself from yourself?
Yeah.
I don't think couldn't you just access it and buy them like that? Oh,
There you
I
go.
got a hype train. Oops. Hi.
Hello. You need 3 more stacks, right?
3.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you. All right, X. Thanks for that.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Wait,
Yes,
somebody
luck with the
actually
creative
bought.
stuff.
Somebody actually bought andesite.
That's outrageous. I can't believe.
I got 30 diamonds out of that. So minus the 3 that the 6 that I paid.
Well, okay. Well, no, yeah, interesting. No.
Or maybe they did cardboard. Maybe they did cardboard.
Yeah, the cardboard. I bought cardboard, I think, already. So
Okay.
cardboard is not.
Okay, that's 60 more diamonds, people. I want to see a secret. Digging a big hole has made me rich. There you go. Almost 2 stacks of diamond blocks. You know what? Why don't we go and take a look at our hole? Yeah, I mean, it's a hole. That's exactly what it is. But that is going to give us an idea of like entrance and exit strategies and how much space we have. And then we'll go back to get back to making our exit system. So, this is where it's gonna happen. This is where we'll have our first dungeon. For the people who were not here on Thursday, we spent 7 hours digging a hole. Stam said we needed drills. We don't need drills. We've got drills. We've got the best drills, the biggest drills. I've already started automating some stuff for the dungeon. So you saw in the creative world that we need a lot of carrots for the food. We need apples, so we have an oak farm, which is slow, but surely we're getting apples. We're turning all the saplings that we don't use into bone meal, so that's going to be useful. And then over here we have pots being made, which is also slow, but I mean, if the vaults are backed up, right? This is the point that I want to make. These are gonna back up, right? As long as they're backed up, they're good. They're good to go, right? Because we're not going to use hundreds of pots a run. Snowballs maybe, but those are easy to get, and carrots as well. But those are also easy to get. But pots, we should be good. But this is where the dungeon's gonna go. It looks a bit like, give me a second, like this. So we have a lot of space to fly around it, but also to add our minecart tunnel and stuff like that. And then I think I'll put the stations for the return system over here. This is where the whole logistics is gonna happen. And then I'll probably, because that, I think, wait, I come from there. That way is towards spawn. So I'll probably have like a tunnel or a railway going this way. But yeah, I told you it was gonna look small in comparison to the whole. And it does. It does look very small. But alas, we go back to the creative world. Because I need to get working. I need to get it finished so I can start building on it. Let's roll. Okay, so system, I think I'm gonna rebuild this entirely because I want to adapt it to our return system. I want to make sure that it's adaptable as well. Okay, so the system, the return system is actually pretty easy. It consists of a barrel, a locked, sure not, a locked smart chute that is on a timer. I think I had it like that. Question mark. I need to check something. Oh yeah, so it's that. Okay. So it's output, redstone. That's powering that guy, which should be on 10 ticks. And this one should also be on 10 ticks. And this one should be locked. To finish it off, we put in a item funnel or a brass funnel. And this is gonna, depending on the filter, it's gonna input, and that's it. Now what we could do is we can take an output here basically for every one of these. So if I do this, right, can I put them, no, I cannot put them together because this one is gonna quasi connect with this guy. So we need to separate them by one. So how many players are on the server right now? We've got Stam, Trollesh, Beardy, Chosen, Foxy. There's more. Let me go and take a look at the Discord. So we have Chosen. Oh, Jojo. That's it. That is it. Yeah, but we want to make sure that this is expandable, right? This is, we can make this longer, so that is gonna be that. That's fine. We'll start with that. We need another 2 of these. And then, of course, we can expand this whenever we want. That. This is welcome to basic redstone, but redstone with create. Gotta love basic redstone, right? I mean, it's not basic redstone, it's the moment you add timers like these. 10 ticks. 10 ticks. 10 ticks. 10 ticks. And 10 ticks. Wait, I put them on 10 ticks, right? Yes, I did. Boom. Oh, we need to make sure it's inverted. so now this is where we get back to our orange wall, right? So what I intend to do is take output here and then start building our contraption over here, basically. So this is going to be our selector panel. Then I don't have to work with redstone because I'm already using tons of redstone links, and if I do this, I can eliminate at least a couple. So then it's these. Don't want any delays on that. If you don't understand what I'm doing, let me know. Then I explain what I'm doing. But I'm kind of, I don't know. My brain is on autopilot at the moment. Question is, how are we gonna reset this? Because the moment we go from we go on a longer than 18. Yes, I understand everything. I mean, I know. It's not, redstone is not everyone's favorite thing, but overall, I think it's doable. That, and then grab our acacia slab. We come out here. This is for our reed. Hey. Okay, these all need to be connected. And then we get torches, redstone, and then anything else. Okay, so this guy goes here. That's a good sign, they all fired. And then we put an item in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's basically, and then we do need to do that. So let's go over this for a second, right? Let's go over this for a second. What's going to happen here is we'll have these items filtered, right? What are they again? I know there's one clock. There is a brick. Also one of these guys. I know there's a particular order that I put them in, but then again, doesn't really matter here. But in my brain, there's an order. I have a hand. I might actually have to go and take a look. We have clock, brick, hand, pitcher plant. That's correct. That's good. Then it's that and a chorus fruit. Okay. and a chorus fWhip. So that's our order. That's the basics of what I have, right? It should be enough for what I have now. People have choices. So we filter based on the item, and since everyone is going to have a different item, and all these items are going to have a specific name, right? We can now filter based on that. Saying, can I take power from somewhere? Let's take power from here. Somebody needs to remember those items, because I will forget them again. There we go. And I think I should be able to go in here. Question is this going in the right direction? It is. Look at that. Like a beauty. So, that's good. We like this. Oh, we're at a maximum? That's interesting. Come on. Come on. Okay. So now we need to get that item from that barrel, from here, down here. Which is possible, right? And we have time to do this because they'll still be running the dungeon basically. Do I have access to? I think that's gonna be a little tight. Can I not just do it the old-fashioned way and just have like? Have you had an excellent day? I have had an excellent day. What if I put a bunch of shoots down here? Of course, don't line up. That is not gonna stop us though, because we can do this. Hey. Beautiful. Then itchy eye. Then we'll do the same thing we've done over here. Do that. That's gonna output a signal. That signal is gonna unlock this as well. That's cracking Glenn. You've had a good day. Finally finished my business paper, so now I have until tomorrow free. Woohoo! That's interesting. That's cool. I like not having things to do. Okay, so that's gonna be locked, right? So whenever we have an item come in here, that's gonna power our entire dungeon, and also this thing, which is basically gonna unlock this. Unlock it, and then it goes onto a belt. Sounds more interesting than that was a bunch of 16 and 9 mark essays. I mean, as long as you thought it was interesting. I think that's the important part. Okay, now we have to power this. What are we designing here? We're designing a dungeon. So basically, we're making a Zelda dungeon, or a Zelda-like dungeon. So what's gonna happen is that for the server, right, the Create SMP, I am making a mini game. It kind of looks like this, which looks like a mess, and it's gonna get worse because we haven't done any of the rigging of the last part, which I'm gonna do in game, because I mean it's repetitive, it's always the same thing. And so what the goal of the dungeon is to get the Create members to run it, and just like in Zelda, you're gonna be able to get some loot out of the dungeon, and that loot is going to help you for the next dungeon. So this is not going to be the last one. This is the first in a couple of dungeons, I hope. It depends on how attractive it is to the other people on the server. If they like it, I'll make another one. If they don't like it, I'll be happy that I made one. Because it's been fun. It's been fun. It's also been really interesting because it made me actually like know how these things work now. I now know how they work. It's not guessing anymore. We'll do that. Okay. So that's gonna come in here. Let's say get rid of that. And I need to get those items again. So it was, let's see if I can remember them. It was that, then it was a, I'm glad the Just Create server doesn't seem like it's dying like most SSPs do. I love watching the POVs and trying to place them eventually in the like timeline. I mean, it's still very new. I feel like everyone is still very excited about it. But yes, it's been fun. It's been a blast. So that, and then it was, I think that was, no, it was Pitcher Plant. But it's really going to make the mechanic interesting of the dungeon. Dude, there's, I've got an idea for an entire dungeon based on these things. Like every room in the dungeon is gonna be separated by a chasm of lava, and you'll have to travel over the lava with these and a wrench. And then the special item for that dungeon is going to be a wrench. That's the goal. That's the plan. The plan is not simple. The plan is actually very difficult. So that's going to be our filter, right? So any item in here that's one of these is now, let's say, so when I enter, this is going to be the player keys. Every player is going to have a different key, right? It's been going, it's been up more than 2 weeks, so hasn't it? 2 weeks. Okay, the 2-week Minecraft phase is for people that are not Minecraft creators. I feel like the fact that all of us are Minecraft YouTubers or Minecraft content creators, I think the 2-week Minecraft phase does not apply. Why do I think that? It's because we do what we do. If we were not an SMP, we would be playing single player, right? The SMP just adds another level of interest. I'm in my 2-week Minecraft phase from 2014, and yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's a thing. Definitely a thing. Hello, Inferno. Welcome in. Okay, so what's gonna happen? They're gonna come in here, right? I like that we can now display items like this. Oh, that's so cool. They're gonna come in here with their key, and they're gonna put it on the altar. That altar is gonna now suck it up, right? It's gonna suck up their key, send it all the way down here. We might actually move this up so it's like closer to the actual machine. And then it's gonna spit it out, boom. It's gonna go through our filter, which is basically saying who is playing, right? So let's say that Beardy is the clock. If the clock passes by, we are gonna select based off this output, right? Let's say Beardy is the clock, boom, the clock is playing. It selects the clock, right? Now only the clock is selected, and then it spits the clock back out over here, which will send back over to his inventory. And then if we have a second player, let's say we have the player who's using the brick as the key, we throw in our key, and it selects player 2. Do they keep the keys at the end because the echo shard is a good key to choose for the builder's book? No. So the key, I've got lore. People, I have lore. I have 17 pages of lore. I like mythology. I'm a huge mythology nerd, and I've got lore. Basically, this is gonna help me design future dungeons. I've made, with the help of ChatGPT, I've come up with some names for some gods, and every dungeon is gonna be represented by a god, right? Every dungeon for a god. So we'll have like a building dungeon, we'll have something to do with light, something with create, something with woodlands, stuff like that, right? So I've got plans, I've got dungeons, I've got dungeon ideas planned. Every item that we have represents one of those. This is D&D type stuff. Yes, exactly. Every item represents one of those dungeons. So like the building dungeon is a brick, the create dungeon is the hand, the woodland dungeon is the pitch pot. So basically what they're going to be doing is they're going to pick an item, and that's going to be their key for the rest of the server life. So they will be able to go into any dungeon with that key, right? The key is not meant to go into the dungeon. The key is to let the dungeon know who is playing, right? That's what we're making here. So if I know that Stam's key is the brick, I can now select Stam as a player, and then in the end send all his stuff that he wants to keep, send it to his inventory. It doesn't really matter because your key is not gonna like. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do give people. This is not a type-based dungeon. This is just like your starter dungeon, right? Get to know the basic concepts of like entering a dungeon, giving in your key, and then like some of the rooms, some of the mechanics. This is your tutorial dungeon right here. But maybe we do give people a stat boost based on if their dungeon matches their key. That'd be cool. That actually would be a good idea. I'm gonna write that down. Dungeon ideas. Stat boost based on key. Maybe I don't call them keys. Maybe I call them IDs, because that's what they are. They're not really a key. The key is gonna be something. I'm gonna have them do something different to enter the dungeon, and then we also have keys in the dungeon, because we've got Minecraft keys in the dungeon to open doors. Okay. Stat boosts. Good idea. Where were we? Okay, now we have our selector panel. What we need to do now is, based on this selector panel, we need to unlock a... That should be fairly easy, I think. Yeah, that's fair. That's fun. You should do a dungeon with everyone in to decide their keys in order. Who wins, it means they can choose their own, you know, especially if you're giving boosts or access to different... I was gonna do a lottery system. I was literally gonna randomize them. But I don't know. I'm open for ideas on how we can... What I also was gonna do is build this into the world somewhere where it's like secretive, and then just tell them, look, there's a shrine in the world, right? There's a shrine in the world. Whoever gets there first gets to pick, right? And then, I mean, the later you get there, the less choice you have, right? I was gonna do that, basically. Have this be built in, like, maybe at my actual base. I've got a couple ideas. But if you have ideas, let me know, because I am open to anything. Okay, so, basically, what we want to do... You could put it in the middle of... wait... Or you could put it in the middle of an ancient city. Yeah. I kind of want to keep ancient city for a dungeon, maybe. Maybe we build a dungeon in the ancient city. Or in an ancient city. Right? Because now I'm building the dungeon, right? That doesn't mean I have to build a dungeon every time. I could use... existing structures, right? Or I could base my stuff on an existing structure. What was I gonna do? It's pretty good. There's not much in here that's mechanical, right? I need my goggles, right? There's not much in here that's mechanical. It's basically just a pair of mechanical pistons and some stuff. But there's no real... Like, the most that uses stress units is these guys. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of mechanical pistons and some mechanical bearings. That's it. Of course, we have this. This will be added, but that's a small thing. So for now, it's actually fairly light on the stress units, I think. Where's my goggles so I can see? Yeah, see, yeah, it's fine. 80%, and this is like nothing based on water wheels. This is... I don't think that's even a fourth of what's now in this starter area. Let's do that. Maybe we do, because this is a different segment, right? We're gonna. I thought the new conveyor things don't use. They are they do, because I've already maxed out my system 4 times on the server by adding more chain conveyors. I've already done it multiple times. So now we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, yes. And that's gonna travel back to the end bit. Over here, we'll grab stair. And then we'll go back to our items. One day I'll know the items by heart. Any shops planned for the shopping district? I've got cardboard and andesite going now. I think I'm gonna do something with the dungeons. Maybe I'll sell potions that they can bring into the dungeons, or that they are allowed to bring into the dungeons. But I don't know. I don't know. I do like how everyone. You should do a rigged casino, because why not? Oh, dude. Maybe. I've had that idea before. But I do like the idea that people are thinking about what they could do that's not standard, like wood, right? Or it's another stone shop, or it's another granite shop. No, the people are thinking about selling schematics and stuff. Beardius is gonna sell power somehow. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but people are thinking out of the box, and I like it. I like that they are thinking outside of the box. Stam is selling 3 schematics. Yeah, exactly. That's great. That's I mean, sure, but you should be able to think about that. Okay. Beauty found an infinite. So he's making a boiler. Yeah. I know. So there's a couple things they cannot bring outside of the dungeon. Lucky you got there first. Yeah, I mean, honestly, okay, look, here's my 2 cents about that. I wouldn't have checked. I would have gone, oh, lava lake, nice. That's all I would have done. I would not have thought to check if it was an infinite source. Okay. I need to set my links. Beauty uploaded videos today. It's a nice building. Yeah, I know. Don't have to tell me. I've seen it. It's a nice building. That is correct. So these should all lock except for one. Nice. And we'll do that. Oh. Watched it as soon as I saw it. Yeah. So that is going to be our output. We put some barrels down. And this is gonna turn into our postage system. We'll eventually power all of these. Like a spawner shop? I could, that's true. Then again, is that really necessary? I think I like the idea of just selling maybe once everyone has run the dungeon at least one, I could sell more keys, like entrance keys, so that they can do speed runs. Because I think speedrunning the dungeon would be pretty funny to see how people, because a ton of it is luck, but on the other hand, there's a lot of it that you can just speedrun. That's gonna do that. Boxy for good one. I mean, I'm allowing space for people to kind of, I wouldn't say cheese. Cheese is a wrong word, but to give them space to be creative, right? Of course, they won't be able. They are not allowed to break blocks and stuff, but. Okay, and then we put sign up here with their name. And this is where their keys are going to be important, right? But basically, now we can see, okay, if Beardy has a clock, we send it to Beardy. This is going to be picked up by a train. I don't know how I'm going to get to that train. Maybe we do have to do the station in the middle, then I can just pipe it over. But yes, that's a possibility. I mean, I could do conveyor, but then I'm renaming the package, right? Or not? Let's say that instead of sending it over here, right? We're sending it into another barrel with another froghorn, and that goes to, let's say, here. I need one of these guys. Then a shoot on it. Because that's gonna rename the package, right? If I send it now over there, or am I wrong on that front? Is that gonna rename it? Too far apart. So now I would do this technically, and then I need to figure out a way. I need to figure out if this post is gonna rename the package or not. Huh. Can I not? Okay, wait. Come on. Okay, so now it doesn't want to go in. That's weird. I could have... Huh. Could have sworn that that was possible to do. Huh. Yeah, no, that's not working. Huh. Weird. Okay, but we'll have to figure a way out because we need to get that down here, or we need to start the train up here somewhere, which we could do. Like, that's fine. Then we'll have it go down. But now this should work. That means that I should be able to put in a blaze powder over here. Alright, I still need to set up. Okay, never mind. Blaze powder goes in there. Comes out down there somewhere. Selects that guy. And that guy should have selected this guy. Nice! Aside from that, we are going to take the rest of these items, send them to another vault. That. Of course, we'll have to make filters. That's fine. We could do that. And then this one we'll do it a frog port and send it to like a central vault. And then from that vault, we're going to sort back into our bone meal, into our apples, and stuff like that, right? That's where things get logistical. But that's something I can figure out on my own on the server. That's easy. Easy. The filter itself is going to be either we do the enchanted gear, right? And filter here on an allow filter, or we say everything that you cannot bring, we filter against it. Yeah. Such a difficult thing to do. But I think at that point, aside from some basics, right? Let me set this up now. So we'll do that. We'll basically just go. The iron stone. There. Put this one on the receiving end. And this one needs to be stair and stone as well. So basically, if I come in now, I've got my key. Say that the hand is my key. Right. I come in here. I take a nap. Put everything that I cannot bring into this chest except for my key. Then I go into the dungeon room. I still like this. I put this in here, and we go down. The dungeon starting, people. From here on out, we're running the dungeon, right? This is gonna close. This means that we cannot get back up. Huh, that shouldn't be happening. Okay. How long do you plan to stream today? It's not gonna be as long as last stream, that's for sure. I think like another half an hour. Okay, it's fine. Alright, I need to be in Java. Also, did I... Oh, by resetting, I did reset this lock. Just make sure that that is okay. Also, that's really fast. I'm gonna slow that down. Okay, so we need a key. I'm gonna get some more food. Get some more food, because we know what's coming. Hello everyone. Wicked ball one. Wicked one ball? Wicked ball. I mean, technically they could just dig from here, but I'm gonna go gentleman rule and tell them they can't. Otherwise, I have to work with the hoppers, and that's kind of ugly. Come on. Oh, right. It would help if we're on easy. Hello, buddy. They're gonna play this on hard, which is gonna be hard. I might actually have to cut down in the main room on. I might have to cut down on the amount of spawners because it's pretty undoable. Come on. I think I also cut down this amount to 8 because the wooden sword would break beforehand. We're unlucky with spawns. Oh, never mind. There we go. Now that we're in the dungeon, it feels a lot more like we're stuck, right? We can't get back out. Except if we break blocks, but it's not something we want to do. Come on, spawn. This is kind of annoying. The fact that it takes so long for them to spawn. Is it spawning outside? Oh, never mind. Here they are. Okay, 2 more. I need 2 more. I think. Or it's 16. Could be 16 as well. It's either one. Make sure we're eating. I'm also looking for these guys, if they're respawning or not. I think that's active now. Yeah, it is active. Okay. Oh, didn't see you there, bud. You willing to give me 2 rotten flesh? No? Okay. Maybe your friend will give me rotten flesh. Yay, we got 8 rotten flesh. So now we can get our key. Of course. Get me up here. Key. Boom. We eat. We've got 3 of those to take care of. Maybe we get the high ground. Okay. So, can I get another carrot? Thank you. We put our key in the lock. That needs to be slowed down, and we get over here. Now things get ugly. We start spawning skeletons as well. This is not going to be as bright. That's mostly because that ceiling is not solid. Oh god. I need to change that book to the actual code. But this is a music puzzle. So I think it's I get it right? No? Which one is it? It's one of the 2. No? One. Also, I could do it some more brick. Come on. It's one of the 2. It's either that or it's forward, backwards, side, top button. Okay. What is broken? It's that. It's that. Why no work? Okay, let's go and check. Creative world, creative mode. So it should be, and then this one. That should have given us. Oh, that's why. Stupid. There's no item in here. Okay, let's try that again. We'll let it reset. There's way too many keys in there. We'll let it reset. It should reset in like 30 seconds. Come on. Reset yourself. Reset yourself. I did set it up to reset, right? I did. It's just really slow. Okay. Let's see. Hey, and then we can get a key, or one, or all the keys. And that is going to give us access to... Apparently not. Hello? Everything's breaking. Oh, because of that guy. Okay. Never mind. But yeah, no, this is what the dungeon's gonna feel like without all the problems. And then over all the while, why are the creepers spawning? Where are you spawning? I don't want creepers to spawn in dungeons. Where do we see spawnable spaces that a creeper can spawn in? Oh, over here. He probably came from here. Yeah, see that guy. So that's something we need to take care of. What else? So that lock is for this. We still need to do this. We also need to figure out a way to get witches in here, which is going to be fun. Silverfish spawner we need to figure out. That's fine. I'm making a mental list of what I still need to do. But I think I've got most of it. And then these, they didn't reset. Why didn't they reset? Okay, that's something we can figure out now. Because these also didn't reset. Is it because they don't have pots anymore? Should be. Okay, no. Okay. So let's say we do this manually. We trigger it manually. Why is it not working? Did you ever make your own texture pack? I've made texture packs before. Not my own. Why? I think I might know why. I think it's overstressing. Okay, look at in general, look at everything. Yeah, it's overstressing. Okay, that's something to know. So basically, watching stream while emptying the drill, that's always a good one. So we need to add more water wheels. Or do we do steam? I don't have lava though. I think we just do water wheels. We just go overboard. Maybe 1 or 2 steam engines. Yeah, but the problem with that is that I don't have lava for I mean, I could do the one that's like self-sufficient. You know which one I mean? It's not the best one, but it's doable. Where it's like, let's see, can I make this from the top of my head? Can I make this from the top of my head? The fact that I know what to pick out is already a step in the right direction. But basically what it does is like it has a tank. It doesn't have to be this big, to be honest. You're never gonna fill it up. Then over there it has, I think it's that. Then we do dripstone. Might actually be more. Might actually be like 5. And then it's so that, and then it has water wheels on the back end. It has, oh god, punching things that are not supposed to be punching. It has a pump. Where are you? bump over here, pointing in there. So is this destruction you'll use to break the? I mean, technically, half of this is not active, right? Half of this is only active for like short bursts of time. So I wouldn't say it's gonna be very laggy. I wouldn't say it's gonna be very laggy. This could actually be the smartest thing that we could do for a problem. But yes, this will be built on the server. I think this is correct, and then it's I think it's like a water wheel. It's like here, I think. And then they did something along the lines of like, oh no, wait, what they did was continued this, if I remember correctly. I forgot. I need to look it up. No, you know what? Screw it. I'm making my own variation on it. So that, and then let's get some andesite casing. Items in belts. Belts will mess your server up. 100%. So this a bucket of water. Nope. It was something like that, and then they did this cool thing where they went not cool, just very basic, but at the time where I found this farm, this type of farm, I thought it was cool. They did that, fog here. And over here we can do, this is my own variation, so if it's not 100% efficient, that's not my fault. But these are actually pretty cheap now that I think about it. Pretty cheap to build. They're very slow to get up to speed though. So technically I should be building it now if I really want to get something out of it. So we have this, nope. This, and that. Over here we have this going into there. We have you know what? I'm gonna switch sides. Mostly because then I can actually get to it. That, you go in there. Pump goes in there. And then redo that. Okay, and then it's basically grab an empty bucket, grab a full bucket. We can only filter in full buckets here. Do that. Grab a couple of those, and that's going to start filling up. Now from this point on, we do something fun. We go... I keep saying fun, but this is actually all very basic. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We grab you. We say you take from there, right? Take from there, deposit in here, and you deposit in there. Boom. I'll wait with the cog. Maybe not. That's our engine. And then we take some of those guys here. And I think, to be fair, to be 100% efficient, you want like 3 inputs, so I think it's better if you do like that. This is gonna yield you more water, basically. We do that. We go. Cog, cog, cog. This one's fairly easy. We can just overstressed. Of course it is. Not that this is gonna help, but hey. See, this is what I mean with this is a fairly. We could just add more water wheels. That is an option. Like, this isn't the best solution, I think. How many stress units would this give us? What would you think? Guess, people, guess. How many stress units does this yield? $150K? I honestly don't even think it's gonna be that much. Wish me goggles. You have water in your lava bucket? What? What? That's good. It's just it's not getting heat. It still needs to. It needs to speed up here. 32. Okay. Which is good. I mean, that's decent, right? That's how much are we producing over here with just the water wheels? That's double what this is, right? So if you do two of these, that's the, I mean, two of these is fair, but yeah. Oh wait, there is water in. Oh, I know why. That's stupid. That's stupid. They shouldn't be this close together. Now it all makes sense. Now we're getting heat. Not fast enough though. Oh, that actually just doubled production. I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think you need to expand this to be as wide as you can. Right? Are you playing Fabric of Forge? This might not seem like a lot, but this is gonna help. Just adding a couple more lava sources might actually speed this up. Yeah, see, 81. You're at the mercy of this guy, basically. But yeah, no, 80, 81 is doable. You could do something with that. Honestly, this is actually a very easy setup. And I feel like you could eliminate the fact that this is happening. The water that's happening, you could eliminate by just shaving down on the freaking whatchamacallit tank, right? And then instead of doing that, you just do just do that. Saves you a bit of pipe as well. We're doing pretty well now. Honestly, I think it's better to just kickstart them all. Let them burn so that this guy can back up a little bit. Right? I might actually install one of these in the actual world instead of water wheels. Right now I went with water wheels because it's easy and I had some on me, but that might actually be an option. That's gonna make sure we're not breaking anything. But with that being said, I think I'm at a point where I know what I'm doing. I know what I have to do and what I still need to do. On the dungeon front. So I might actually call it for today. Is Stam still live? Don't think that Stam is still alive. No, they're not. But I'll call it over here. I'll call it here. I'll be live again on Thursday for people who want to know. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing then. Probably, I don't know, building something. But that's gonna be it. I have a boiler level 9, but only 4 high, which gives almost 150k. Do you know Factorio? I do know Factorio. I've never played it. It's not something I've had. It's a great project. Looking forward to see the finished version. Oh, so am I. There's so much more that goes into this. Like I still need to do, like the whole game aspect of it. That's something I need to do. But y'all see more of that and more of that. How do I build up the concept around the dungeon in the video itself? That's not something that we do on the streams. But with that, chat, I'm gonna end stream here. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying all the content on the server, not just mine, but everyone's. Again, no video this week. I post bi-weekly, so every other week. So next video is not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. I do stream on Thursdays and Sundays. So if you want content about the server, on the server, or just in general to create content, I do stream on Thursdays and Sundays. And I'll see you all on one of those days. Bye. Have a good week.